Good morning, students. In this lecture, we will be looking into linear model of communication. In linear model, communication is considered one-way process where sender is the only one who sends message and receiver does not give feedback or response. The message signal is encoded and transmitted through channel in presence of noise. The center is more prominent in linear model of communication. So who is prominent in a linear model of communication? The center. The center is significant or important in a linear model of communication. Linear model was founded by Shannon and Weaver, which was later adapted by David Berlow into his own model known as SMCR model of communication. SMCR means source, message, channel, receiver. Linear model is applied in mass communication like television, radio, etc. This model is not applicable in general human communication, as general human communication has to have feedback and responses. The center puts an idea, thought or feeling into a message and transmits this message via a channel. The channel, center and receiver play crucial roles in linear communication. The sender puts an idea or thought, as I said, into a message, and the sender transmits this message via what? A channel. So this channel acts as the medium and will change the message into a tangible form. For instance, speech, writing or animation. In its new form, the message is then transmitted to the receiver, who then decodes it. So this message which is sent by the sender is decoded by the receiver. According to the model, many things can affect the one-way communication process. For instance, the choice of channel selected may affect the way a receiver interprets a message. Also, a number of or interferences can occur at any point. They are known as noise. It can include psychological noise, whereby the psychological or the mental state of the receiver will affect the interpretation of the message, including stress, anxiety, anger, and so on. So this psychological noise can also affect communication. Although straightforward, there are criticisms of this model. The theory assumes communication is a turn-taking process where a person sends and receives at a time. However, other theories support the notion that communication is actually a more complicated process where sending and receiving messages take place simultaneously between two parties, especially in instances such as face-to-face interactions. Now let us look into the components of linear communication. So linear model has defined set of components required for a communication to be established, where sender is the person who sends a message after encoding. So sender is the person who does what? Who sends a message after encoding. Encoding is the process of converting the messages into codes compatible with the channel and understandable for the receiver. So in encoding, what happens is it is a process of converting a message into codes. So a message is converted into codes so that it travels with the channel and this could be understandable for the receiver. And decoding, it is a process of changing the encoded message into understandable language by the receiver. So these codes are or the encoded message is being means it is a process of changing this encoded message into what? Into an understandable language, that is a language which is comprehensible for the receiver. Message is the information that is sent by the sender to the receiver. So what is a message? It is the information which is being sent by the sender to whom? Sender to the receiver. The channel is the medium through which the message is sent. So what is a channel? It is the medium through which the message is sent. So receiver is the person who gets the message after decoding. So this receiver is the person who receives the message that is being sent by the sender. And noise is the disruptions that are caused in the communication process in channel or in understandability of the message. So now let's look into the types of linear communications. So there are different types of communication models that are based on linear model of communication and are Aristotle's model. So Aristotle's model is a linear communication model which was made for public speaking. In Aristotle's model, the speaker sent message and the audience receives it. So in Aristotle's model, what happens is the speaker sends the message and who receives it? The audience. The model was made to establish a propaganda. So this is a basic thing about the Aristotle's model. Then Shannon-Weaver model, which I have already explained in the last class. So the Shannon-Weaver model of communication is the mathematical model used for technical communication or machine communication like telegraph and telephone. In Shannon-Weaver's model, if the channel does not have distorting elements or noise producing elements, the communication is successful. If there is no noise, then the communication is successful. Then Berlow's SMCR model. Berlow's model was made to understand general human communication. In Berlow's model, communication depends on many factors like communication skills, attitude, knowledge, socio-cultural systems, the way in which the message has been sent, the content of the message, senses of the receiver, etc. So in Berlow's model of communication, it depends on many factors. And which are these factors? These factors are communication skills, attitude, knowledge, socio-cultural systems, the way in which the message has been sent, also the content or the main element of the message, senses of the receiver, etc. Then let's look into some of the criticisms of linear model. We will be learning about Aristotle's model, then Berlow's model, etc. in detail in our coming classes. So next is criticisms of linear model. The model assumes that communication has a particular beginning and an end, so it is not continuous. So according to this model, it believes that there is this model assumes that communication has a particular beginning and an end, so it is not a continuous process. There is no concept of feedback which makes it inapplicable to direct human communication and only applicable to mass communication like newspaper, television, etc. So there is no way to know if the communication was effective or not. Human communication is mostly circular rather than linear, as the audience is also an active participant. So in linear communication, it is said that it's a one-way process where sender plays the significant role. But human communication is mostly circular and it's not linear. Because of what? The receiver also plays an important role in human communication. It is not only the sender, because the receiver gives back the feedback, so that the receiver also plays a major role in human communication. Communication may not, next point is communication may not happen in turns and more than one message can be sent at the same time. So in linear communication, it is said that communication happens in turns. But we know that communication may not happen in turns and more than one message can be sent at the same time. So then the next point is the sender must have the ability to encode and the receiver must have the ability to decode. Then next point, the model has become less relevant to electronic communication and internet, where it's not clear who is the sender and who is the receiver. So this is all for today. Thank you.